Good morning. Do you remember Valter? That substance, that product that they came up with? It was a Swiss company, I remember. They came up with this product. They wanted to give it to cows so that cows would stop burping and farting. Well, they would fart and burp less, you see. Now, if you heard about this thing a few years ago now, I think, what were your thoughts about it? I don't think many of you are experts on cows or anything like this. But what were your thoughts? You thought, I think you thought, this will be bad. Cows, they have been around for a long time. I don't think it's a good idea. I think you thought it's not a good idea to stop them from burping and farting. Those were our thoughts. My girlfriend and I, we thought this will be bad. And we actually stopped buying products from this big company we have here in Sweden called Arla, because they said they would introduce this product and give it to cows, and we stopped buying their products. What happened? What do you think? I was reading this. This is mainstream media from Denmark. Jyllands-posten, that's the newspaper. This is what they say about it. Right? Many Danish farmers are currently reporting that their dairy cows are not doing well, producing less milk and in some cases collapsing. A common denominator on the affected farms is that during October, the farmers began mixing a legally required additive into the cow's feed. The substance is intended to reduce the cow's emissions of the greenhouse gas methane. And the product has been tested extensively over several years. All right, so looks like you were right about this thing. And then you have all these people, the companies, experts, politicians, authorities, officials, saying, well, we need to do this now. And you're not involved in this. I don't think so. You're not involved in this at all. You just heard about it, right? And you're doing something else. You're not working with this stuff. And you called it. You said, this will not be good. This will be bad for the cows. And you were correct. Isn't that fascinating? Why is it like this? What do you think? Well, another example is, of course, the COVID injection. When they came with the COVID injection, I think you said, no, this will be bad. A bit like me, I think. I said, no, I don't like this. I'm not going to take it. I think it will be bad. I don't know how bad it will be, but I just, feel it. I know it. So I didn't take the COVID injection. And, you and I, we were not involved in this process at all. I don't think so. There were other people, professionals, right? Politicians, officials. So what happened? I was reading this. This is from St. Vincent Times. Okay, I'll post links. This is what they say. United States sees 1,000% spike in breast cancer among COVID-vaxxed women. Breast cancer diagnoses have skyrocketed by an alarming 1,000% among American women who received COVID mRNA vaccines. Data shows that cases have surged dramatically since COVID injections were rolled out for public use in early 2021, particularly among younger women. From 2019 to 2021, there were approximately 26,000 recorded cases of breast cancer per year. However, that figure spiked in 2022 and then surged dramatically in 2023 to unprecedented levels. In 2023, a shocking 297,000 breast cancer cases were recorded, marking a staggering 1,042% spike in just 5 years. So there it was again. Now, how did you know? You were correct. Oh, yeah, I'm fascinated by this thing. But this is how it works now. Normal guy, person, anybody not involved in this at all can call it, and they will be correct about it. And then you have the total establishment, including media, celebrities, officials, authorities, politicians, and of course the companies, big pharma. They all say, yes, this is good, this will work, it's safe and effective. I'm sure they said the same thing about this cow substance. They said, this is fantastic, totally safe. And then an ordinary citizen will say, no, I don't think so. And the citizen will be correct about it. This is how it works today. It's the darndest thing. I think it's been like this for decades, maybe centuries. Normal people will understand. Some will. Of course, some will trust the authorities. They will just say, yeah, of course, this will work. Give this stuff to cows. Yeah, this is great. And then maybe we will not all burn. A lot of people will consider this idea. But there's quite a few of us now saying, no, this is bullshit. And we don't have to know much about it. We just know. See? We know what they are doing. So, that's how it is now. Right. Be good.